So what'll happen when you clear out, all the noise that I was talking about in previous videos? Listen to yesterday's and the day before. What'll happen when you do that is when you interact with people, first of all, you're going to notice that you're in a much calmer state overall. Now, you may still feel, you definitely will still feel emotions, but what you're going to feel is the distance between you and other people if their values are not aligned with what you are generating through your actions and the type of character that you're building, because your values will change, your character will change. Your character is demonstrated through the actions and the things that you do, not the things that you say. So which means as you change what you do and as you become different, inherently your values become different, your character changes, and you will inherently resonate less with people who are lying or who are deceiving or who are obnoxious or who are judgmental. And you may still have these feelings inside of you, but they're less prevalent. They're a little bit more quiet. They're more subdued. And you can actually communicate with them in a more effective way. You can say, hey, it's okay, relax. You can just tell yourself that. And what you'll start to notice is what initially may have not bothered you will actually bother you more. So you may feel it's like a paradox. You're less bothered by the fact that you're bothered by more things. The reason why is because you're less bothered because you understand you're a little bit closer to the truth of your own nature, to who you are, because you're getting closer to yourself, and you're more bothered because you notice the distance between you and a lot of other things that you once resonated with, whether it's activities, whether it's people, whether it's subjects, whether it's the way people see things, people's perspectives. And more particularly for me today in today's meeting, I just noticed that a lot of the same circle jerk bullshit is going on as far as people making up stories about, the product and the service that is not actually true. And I'm just completely checked out. Like I'm fucking furious. I'm like, these guys are toxic. Right. So I don't give a fuck what they want us to say. I'm gonna say what I know is true. And if they want to fire me, then fuck them. They can fire me. So anyway, I wrote a journal also this morning, and I want to share this with you because I think it's actually really good and it illustrates this point in a different way. And I think you're going to enjoy this. So I write here, clearing out what resides within is one of the purposes of meditation. Remember, meditation, people say, oh, meditation, woo, woo, blah, blah. No, meditation is there to let you tune in to what's going on internally. That's the point of meditation. So you can actually examine the contents of your own consciousness. You have to know what's actually going on within. So clearing out what resides within is one of the purposes of meditation. Sometimes thinking that your mind is clear is not sufficient proof of that potential reality. It must be tested. So if you think something is true, you have to test it. So if you think, oh, you're good and you're clear and everything is fine, then try it. Try sitting in silence for 20 minutes and see what comes up, right? So that's the way to actually test what's going on. In silence with eyes closed, you will see what emerges. What emerges. You will see that much of the content that arises in your consciousness is a collection of fragments and artifacts that have no use other than to be noticed and cleared. Which means you'll think about random things. Somebody says something that you watched yesterday. It's mostly irrelevant. It's mostly just noise. So what you need to do is kind of recognize it as such and kind of let it dissipate like a cloud, kind of shapeshifts and dissipates in the sky. You're just kind of watching, you're observing the waves pass and they dissipate. So the thing is, the only way you can get that out is if you just allow those things to naturally occur. Now, what's important is not to, you see something up there, you don't go into that thought and then pursue it, right? Sometimes that can happen naturally, especially if it's something useful or something that you've been considering, something that you need to process, then it's important to actually do that. And I'll talk about it in a second. But oftentimes this stuff is just noise. Somebody said something, some song you heard is stuck on a loop, or you saw something, or you're just thinking about something random. Most of it is nonsense. Then, right, once you notice all that stuff and you clear it out, then you will be able to distinguish the content that calls to be processed and integrated. It is essentially defragmentation and organization of your mind. So you're defragging. I don't know if you remember those old Windows machines where the defragmentation, you start the defrag processing, you see like all of these little blocks everywhere, different colors. And then by the end of the defragmentation, all the blocks are basically put together. There are no gaps, and they're all kind of color coded and they're organized. So everything makes sense. And what happens when you do that to your computer? Well, it becomes more powerful. It becomes more efficient at processing. So it becomes more effective at what it was designed to do. So once you do that, then you recognize the things that need to be processed and integrated, and you can actually more efficiently and more effectively actually pursue those different subjects, pursue those different topics, and pursue that content in such a way where it actually is of benefit to you. You're creating the benefit. So what is the result of all this? Well, the result of all of this is a more focused, more grounded, more concentrated, stronger individual. And that's all I got for today. So I hope that was helpful. Keep that in mind, the beginning, and also what I said at the second part there about the meditation. The meditation will actually lead into the first piece, and anything that actually gets you to center and focus. You could be eyes open. You could be focusing on one task. You could be doing something transcendental, like focusing on one specific phrase or word. But the point is that you want to limit your exposure to outside information that convinces you to not look internally, right? That's why I want to make this channel as beneficial to you as a human, to your soul as I possibly can, because I want you to be well, be good within yourself, be strong internally, physically, mentally, emotionally, so that way you can accomplish what you set out to accomplish, whether that's in your relationships or in your career or something that you haven't even discovered yet, but just to live like a more fulfilled life, a life that's a bit more stable, and understanding that you are going to have instability and being able to be steadfast through that instability so that you can recognize that all you need is here. All you need is within you. That's all. You don't need anything else. I want to put you in a position where if you lost everything, your home, your car, your families, everything, your family, everything, that you would be good, that you would have the knowledge and the awareness and the understanding, and you would feel that you have everything that you need internally, no matter what happens. So hope that was helpful, and catch you in the next video.